Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are talking about Betrayal at House on the Hill. This is a really intriguing game, extremely thematic, and so I wanted to give you just a quick overview of what this game is. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. So this is a game that works for 3 to 6 players, and here are kind of your player tiles right here. You're going to choose one of those for each player. There are 12 different characters you can play. Each one of these has a front and back that are a little bit different, and these give you different abilities for speed, might, sanity, and knowledge. And so these are all going to be a little bit different on different things, and they're going to affect the game in a little bit different ways. So you have these different ones. They're all colored a little bit differently as well, and so you can easily see with your figurines on the board here what color you want to be, which these are really pretty fun as well. That's another little piece of the game that I really enjoy. So you are experiencing this game, you're going throughout and building this kind of house, exploring this house with these tiles. So you shuffle up all these tiles. You've got the beginning right here that you have the entrance hall, foyer, and grand staircase. And then you have the upper landing and basement landing that you're starting with right there. And then you're going to be adding on different tiles. So some of them, like the game room right here, has some different things. It's got an event card symbol, so you'd have to take that, and this event just says different things. And so it's got a little bit of a story to it. You feel a body under your feet. Before you can leap away from it, you're knocked over. A giggling voice runs away from you. That's kind of spooky. Turn over all of your item cards, not your omen cards, and shuffle them. The player to your right randomly discards one of them, and you turn your item cards face up again. So you're going to lose an item card is basically what happens there. And there's all sorts of different events. There's a good amount in there. So lots of things that can happen there. There's a bunch of item cards that you may get as well with some of these cards. And if you get an item card, they do various things. So this one is smelling salts. Whew, that's a lungful. If your or another living explorer's knowledge is below its starting value, and you're in the same room, you can raise that trait to its starting value by using smelling salts. Discard the item after using it. So items, generally helpful. Events, they can be kind of a little bit of both depending on what you get. And then omen cards are the last kind, and you get these from these as well. So the gallery, you've got that symbol. So you take an omen card. Bite, a growl, a scent of death, pain, darkness, gone. When you draw this card, something bites you. The player on your right rolls a might 4 attack against you for the mysterious something before it runs away into the darkness. You defend against this attack as normal by rolling dice equal to your might. This omen can't be dropped, traded, or stolen. Make a haunt roll now. And so I'll talk about that haunt roll in a second. That is kind of what extends the game into being even more fun. But these cards or these tiles that you're placing, you're exploring during your turn. You can move, discover a new room, use item or omen cards, attempt a die roll, and make an attack. And so you can do all of these, as many as you can do during your turn. So that's your turn. You can do all of those things. You could do one of them. However many you can do that. But some of these tiles have just different wording on them. So you can choose to fall. This is the gallery. You can choose to fall to the ballroom if it's in the house. If you do, take 1 die of physical damage. So there's a lot of different cards that kind of are secret passages and help you move throughout the house and that kind of stuff. And this one you see is upper right there. And so it would be on top. You'd take it and you'd add it to the upstairs. So you have 3 different levels that you're exploring, and you've got all these people exploring through the house, and various things happen. So that is really fun. The game moves forward with the omen cards here. Make a haunt roll now. All of them say make a haunt roll now, and you make a haunt roll, and if the dice equal a certain number, I think if the dice are higher than how many omen cards you have, then a haunt starts. And one of those people is going to turn into the traitor. So before, you're all on the same team, but now it turns into a different game altogether a little bit. And so you have one person that is the traitor, and they get their traitor tome right here, and the other people get the survival kit. Now don't be too worried about, I know this looks like an awful lot, but this is 50 different scenarios, which is one thing that's awesome about the game. So you'll, again, look at dice and other factors to see which number you do. So Haunt 33, you would both read Haunt 33, or Haunt 32, that one looks fun, Lost. And so it tells you how to win, it tells you how to lose, it tells you what to do, what results are needed for how many players you have, all sorts of different things. It gives you all of that information in here. So you're not supposed to read this until you get to the actual haunt. And then likewise, for the traitor, if you went to Haunt, what was that, 32, Lost, it tells you win, all the heroes are dead. And so it's just an interesting dynamic of this game of how to win either way, and you're exploring through this house. So I think both phases of the game are really, really fun, and that's just a quick overview. Obviously there's a lot more depth to get involved, but that's a quick overview I just wanted to share with you guys of what this game is, what it does, and why it may or may not be right for you. Thanks.